Nigeria on Thursday, June 11, joined the world in marking the 2025 World Ocean Day as the International Ocean Institute Nigeria, in partnership with the Nigerian Institute for Oceanography and Marine Research, Niomr, brought together thought leaders and captains of industry in an event themed Wonders, Sustaining What Sustains Us. Discussions at the event centered on the United Nations Treaty on Conservation and Sustainable Use of Marine Biological Diversity of Areas Beyond National Jurisdiction, BBNJ. Delivering a lecture titled Wonders Without Borders, Sustaining the Ocean Through Global Agreements, Nigeria's lead negotiator on the BBNJ, Emeritus Professor Bbjn said that the nation's commitment to the BBNJ is expected to translate to real-time benefits along its shores and across West Africa.
The BBNJ Treaty, we sometimes call it the High Seas Treaty. High seas in the sense that the oceans, as we know it, cover 70% of the world. And so far, or historically, we have control over 220 nautical miles of our shoreline. That's where we can operate legally. That's where it has been excised for us. But that only covers like 25% of the 70% of the oceans. So right now, the world has dovetailed into considering the remainder portions of the high seas, of the oceans. The oceans, as we know, is the sustainer of human life. And those areas have been uncontrolled, what we call the high seas. The high seas are those areas beyond national jurisdiction. National jurisdiction, as I said, is those areas within 220 nautical miles of our shoreline. Now, we are now thinking of those vast areas that are beyond our national jurisdiction. So the BBNJ is simply areas beyond national jurisdiction. And now, negotiations started as far back as 2002 on what should we do with those areas. Until 2023, June 16, when we succeeded in adopting a treaty which is yet to be signed, which is yet to be ratified, but which we are very hopeful will be ratified by the world, and therefore it will become a legally binding instrument. It will become an instrument which every nation of the world must abide with. So basically, Nigeria actively participated in the negotiations for that treaty because we do know that if it comes into place, we're going to benefit substantially from it. Right now, we are benefiting from our EEZ, from our areas within our national control. That's where our most oil and gas reserves are being tapped from. But we do know, in fact, scientifically, that beyond those areas, there's even more oil and gas than what we have within our national jurisdiction. So if this treaty comes into place, then it gives us access officially, when I say officially, legally, to those areas that are vast.
Representative of the Executive Director, CEO Niomr, Dr. Pasi Obatala, and Mr. Akombi Williams, the Director, International Ocean Institute Nigeria, spoke to Maritime TV Africa on this year's event.
The message from Niomr with regards to the theme of this year's World Ocean actually is in sync, because all we are about in Niomr is sustainability of our ocean resources, be it the physical, be it the biological resources of our ocean. And but one thing about the ocean resources is that if it's not exploited sustainably, we are the ones that bear the brunt. So for us not to bear the brunt, one, we have to respect the ocean by ensuring that yes, the resources are there for us to exploit, but we must do it in such a way that we are respecting the ocean, that the ocean will be able to give us more of its resources. And that is the key message from Niomr. Sustainability, that is the essence of the research that we are carrying out. What is the status of our oceans? How much of resources can we take at a sustainable rate that will not jeopardize the resource base?
The message of IOI is to make sure that this public be ready enough to acquire more knowledge about the ocean, because the more knowledge you have about the ocean, the more informed you'll be able to make informed decision about most of the things. And many people, they have rightly said with some contribution, that the ocean is, people are sea blind, and you can only open your eyes to see the facts and figure. What IOI is providing as an advocacy organization is to make sure that we provide the best available information, so that people, whether the policymakers, the general public, will be able to make informed decisions and have the best available knowledge for themselves.